We're just not making those critical handful of plays during the course of the game.
3rd and 4. Quick toss to T. Higgins. And Higgins with a first down at the 14. And the ball comes out late, but the progress had stopped by Xavier Woods. A pickup of 8 and a Bengal first down.
T. Higgins working from the slot. Just a really nice job finding that softness, getting turned around quick. And you can just see just a little stumble by Xavier Woods when he goes to break on that. But trying to rip that ball out.
Panthers bring in the nickel. 5 defensive backs. Burrow with time finds Higgins again. And he again found that soft spot just shy of the 30-yard line. Woods on the tackle, 11-yard gain.
And this is one of the things that you have to get used to if you're Jamar Chase. You know, they're not going to give you opportunities to get down the field. You're going to draw a lot of eyes and a lot of attention. So, you know, can the Bengals be methodical and go down?
Panthers rush 4. Burrow has lots of time, and there's Jamar Chase with the catch. Breaking tackles. Chase down the sidelines. Panthers chasing Chase. They won't catch him. 63 yards. Pinballing off tacklers to give the Bengals the lead.
He picks up a little bit of help down the field. It's going to be an in route. Xavier Woods is the first person that has an opportunity right here. Don't throw the shoulder, wrap him up. I don't know what the second attempt was by Charles Harris either. You cannot allow a player.
On 1st and 10, Burrow over the middle, leaping grab. Andre Iosivas with his first catch of the day.
Able to get back up, lined up into that formation. Here he is on the inside. You can see he's going to get over the top of Troy Hill right there, but he knows that safety's back there lurking. So he's going to take the big hit from Nick Scott once he makes that catch.
The Princeton product with his 11th catch of the year. He's got 3 receiving touchdowns. Burrow looking, swing, Moss slips, dives, touchdown!
This is a really nice effort by Zach Moss. I really thought that Nick Scott had him right here. He slips, but then Nick Scott slips as well. And here comes his teammates from the inside, and they're just getting there a little bit too late. Shaq Thompson's just a step too late. Boy, they're having a lot of trouble getting this thing off.
A-gap again. Play clock at 4 as Burrow gets the snap. Pressure comes. Burrow in trouble, dancing around.
Wow.
Boy, Joe Burrow buying time, and he finds Zach Moss. He's a magician, Joe Burrow, pulling a first down out of a hat. Or did he? There's a flag down back at the 20-yard line.
There is no foul on the play.
This is just an outstanding play by Joe Burrow to end the 3rd quarter. What a play. 3rd down and 6. Burrow from the pocket, throws, coming back to get it. Jamar Chase, first down at the Carolina 35, and Chase flips up to go back to the huddle.
You hope to see a little bit during the course of the afternoon, you know, good on good. Jamar Chase, and maybe just a little bit too much separation there as Jamar Chase was coming to the top of that route, so J.C. Horn couldn't close that.